They want reparation. Do you hear me? They want reparation. They want reparation, Mr. Metcalf.
Why are black people owed reparations? Well, for one, black people were promised reparations. On January 16, 1865, Union General William T. Sherman issued his Special Field Order 15, which commanded that 400,000 acres of property confiscated from Confederate landowners was to be distributed to black families. But the order was short-lived. President Andrew Johnson, who had owned slaves and publicly shared his beliefs of white supremacy, overturned this order before the end of the year. Did Andrew Johnson overturn the order due to his bias and hatred for African Americans? Absolutely. Just the simple fact that you can hate someone because God endowed them with neuromelanin is a clear reason why African Americans are owed reparations. This type of hatred is what led white supremacists to feed little African American babies to alligators. Some of the most barbaric things have been done to us in this country, and you mean to tell me we don't need reparations? So black people have to work hard and make their own way, ushering in Black Wall Streets in every major city in the United States.
There were Black Wall Streets all over the country.
Sure were.
In California, we had in Los Angeles, we had Central Avenue. That was the Black Wall Street of Los Angeles. In Detroit, they had Hastings Street. Down in Miami, they had a Black Wall Street type of area. But what they would do, they would destroy those areas purposely by building freeways next to them.
So we have all heard about the Black Wall Streets in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and how white supremacist terrorists bombed it, killing hundreds of African Americans and destroying 1,200 black homes. That alone is a reason why blacks are owed reparations. But what they don't tell you is that white supremacists were destroying Black Wall Streets all over the United States. In Birmingham, Alabama, Black Wall Street was the 4th Avenue business district, bordered by 18th Street to the east, 14th Street to the west, 2nd Avenue North, and Reverend Abraham Woods Jr. Boulevard. There were several bombings in these areas by white supremacist terrorists. Birmingham is a nickname for Birmingham, Alabama during the Civil Rights Movement due to the 50 dynamite explosions that occurred in the city between 1947 and 1965. Later, the bombings were used against anyone working towards racial desegregation, which is another reason why black people need reparations. Who has faced more terrorism on their own land from so-called fellow patriots than African Americans? Rosewood, located in Levy County, Florida, was another Black Wall Street and another black self-efficient town. White supremacists hated the fact that black families were more successful and more progressive than them. Trouble began when white men from several nearby towns lynched a black Rosewood resident because of accusations that a white woman in nearby Sumner had been assaulted by a black drifter. A mob of several hundred whites combed the countryside, hunting for black people, and burned almost every structure in Rosewood. The death toll was 150. Yes, we are owed reparations. This type of terroristic hatred has plagued foundational African Americans since the moment we came here. Today, every African American suffers from PTSS. Post-traumatic slave syndrome is defined as a condition that exists when a population has experienced multi-generational trauma resulting from centuries of slavery and continues to experience oppression and institutionalized racism today. And let's not get it twisted. Just as terroristic racism was prevalent in the early 1900s, it's still prevalent today. Black people can't even go to the grocery store without being killed in mass numbers. Black people can't even go to church without being killed in mass numbers. We are well overdue for reparations.